Hello guys, welcome to the Code Beginners once again. And from this video, I will be starting a new video series about becoming an Android developer. And I will be teaching you all the basic things that include in app developing of Android. And I will also teach you some, specific techniques that you can use to create an app. I will also tell you how can you convert a website into the Android app. That is pretty easy. So we will be discussing all the things like that. So basically, after taking this course, you will be able to understand each and everything about Android, and you will be building your own Android apps afterwards. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, in order to make Android apps, you need to have an IDE. So the IDE that I am going to use is basically the Android Studio for Android developers. Okay, so this is an intelligent IDE that you can use for developing Android games or Android apps. Okay, so the first thing is that you need to have a JDK installed in your system. So I'm not going to show you that how can you install JDK, but I have a video that will tell you. And in Java series I had that video installing JDK and all the stuff about environment variables. So I am putting the link above here about JDK. And first you need to go and watch the video that how to install JDK, then come back to this video if you don't know how to install JDK. So in order to install Android Studio, you need to have that JDK. Alright, so go first, install the JDK, then come to this video. Okay, so let's get started with this. So Android Studio is basically an IDE, I have told you earlier. So come to the Google, type Android Studio here in the bar, and you will have these kind of results, and click the very first link that you get, and then this kind of page will be opened, right? So you see this option here, download Android Studio. Okay, so you hit that, just accept. Okay, accept this, and just hit here to Android Studio, download Android Studio. So I have already downloaded this, so I'm not gonna download it again, so I will skip this part. So you need to download it on your own. Okay, so you can see that it is telling me that you already have it. So I already have it, so I'm not going to download it again. So you need to download it because most probably you will not be having that. Okay, so when you download that, this kind of file will appear here in your system somewhere. I have this in my programs. Okay, so this is my Android Studio file that was almost 1197 MBs. So I will hit it, I will run it, and it will run shortly. So you can see it has started loading the setup. So I will wait until this verifying installer is done. Okay, so when this setup will get completed, so you will see this kind of thing, okay, right here. So this is about running a program. So when I will hit this, it will ask me to run this program, and I will hit yes. Okay, I will hit yes to run my program. I don't know if you have viewed that screen or not. I think because of privacy, you won't be able to get that screen. Okay, so I need to hit yes when I will run this program. So when I will hit yes, so after that you will be having this kind of window open in front of you. So you need to hit next. So when you will hit next, so these are already checked, so you need to keep them checked. So now hit next. So all the terms here, so read it if you want to, and then hit I agree. So the next thing is that where you want to place your Android Studio files or SDK. So I have these already default file path, so I'll not change that. I'll hit next. You can change that if you want to. Okay, so now I have these things. If I want to create Android Studio shortcut or not, so okay, I will just go installing. Okay, I'll not check that. So now it will start installing all the jars, all the files. It will extract each and everything from inside of Android Studio, and it will keep on installing all the stuff one by one. Okay, so until the installation gets complete, we have to wait. So when that will be completed, a new extracting of Android SDK will be started, and you have to wait until it gets done. Okay, so we will wait until this extracting of Android SDK gets done. So now you can see that extracting of Android SDK is almost 100% complete. So it will create a shortcut, create all the necessary things, and then what it will do, it will get completed. Right, so I have to press next. So now it will say me to start the Android Studio, so I'll finish that, and you can see the Android Studio has got started right here. Okay, so now this kind of window is opened up, complete installation, this pops up. So if you have already Android Studio installed in your computer system, then you can import all the custom location settings and all the stuff from your computer system. Then you need to check this. As I already have not installed Android Studio on my system, and I do not have ever worked with that on this system, so what I will do, I will check this. I do not have a previous version of Studio, or I do not want to import my settings, so I will check this, and then I will hit OK, and it will get me to something like this. Some window will pop up in a while, and you can see that it has started. This yellow bar shows the completion of the process, so we'll have to wait until this gets done. So we are waiting until this bar completes. Okay, so now you have that kind of screen in front of you. So this window pops out, and now you need to hit next. So these are the two options, either you choose standard or custom. So I will go with the standard one. Okay, so I do not need to select any components or other things, so I'll go with the standard. So just keep it checked and hit the next. Okay, so now you have these kind of things. So in here you just need to check all these things. Okay, so these things will get downloaded. So here you will check. Okay, so this will be the testing emulator. Okay, so this is the recommended, so you need to check that. And if you don't want to check that, you can also attach your Android phone and check that, but I will check that in order to get the Android emulator with my computer, and I will be using that, so I will check that. Alright, so I will recommend you to check that also. Okay, so these two things are checked now. So now you had to hit this next button. So remember one thing, that you need to have internet. Okay, so your internet connection should be there, because these things are linked with the internet, and they will start downloading when you will hit next. Okay, when you will hit next, then this kind of window appears. Okay, so total download size is telling that this is 662 MBs. So these are the things that you got to download. Okay, so these are the basically Android SDK tools. So when I will hit finish, this will start downloading. Okay, so this is a one-time process and you have to do it just once. So now the downloading has been started. So when it will get complete, I will get back to you. Okay, so when the downloading of the components will be completed, you will get something like this. Okay, so you will have something like this window will pop up, and in here you can see a different kind of options. You can open an existing Android project, or you can go from and check from version control from different online directories. You can have different projects and you can import them, and you can also import project from Eclipse and other IDEs if you have, and you can also import an Android code sample. So choice is yours, but I will go with start a new Android Studio project, and I don't need to configure as I have already done and I have downloaded all the components that were required. Okay, so start a new Android Studio project. Look at that option and then just click it. Okay, so when you will click this, you have to wait, and this kind of window will appear here. Okay, so this is going to be our first project, our first application that I'll be talking about in my next video tutorial. So that's it for today, and I hope you have learned to install the Android Studio and to install the SDK tools of it. And on the top of that, I hope you have learned how to install the JDK, because if you don't have JDK, your Android Studio is not gonna work. So thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Bye for now.